Welcome everyone, I'm Mike Feltenberger, and today we're going to be bringing you 12 photos, which will be part 4 of the Racing Photo Memory Makers series. I'd like to start out with the first picture today, Jack Hewitt. Jack was a two-time USAC Silver Crown champion, also was the 2002 Sprint Car Hall of Fame inductee, and Jack actually finished 12th in the 1998 Indianapolis 500. Jack Hewitt seen here driving the 63 Sprint car at the Grandview Speedway. Next up, Dick Tobias. Toby Tobias, as he was well known, seen here in his Superdog number 17. Toby was a 90-time winner at the Reading Fairgrounds. Also was the 1977 Super Dirt Week winner up at the New York State Fairgrounds. And also the 1978 Tony Holman Classic winner at Terre Haute Speedway. Toby was also known for bringing out the Tobias chassis, which revolutionized modified racing in the area. Instead of going from a regular car chassis, Toby decided to build his own. The Tobias chassis became very popular and are still used to this day, even though the speed shop is no longer in operation. Dick Tobias, Superdog number 17. Scotty Hawes, seen here driving the number 33 late model at the Hagerstown Speedway. Scott started in the Olympic stock class at the Reading Fairgrounds, moved on to the Curly Bowman 78 small block modified in the Tri-Track area in Pennsylvania, then went to URC Sprint Cars and became the all-time leading late model winner at the Port Royal Speedway with 96 wins. Scotty Hawes, seen here in the 33 late model at Hagerstown. Frankie Kerr in the K54 Gremlin bodied modified at the East Windsor Speedway. Frankie started in the modifieds, family-owned K54, moved into the sprint car ranks, became the 2016 National Sprint Car Hall of Fame inductee, and now he's the crew chief for the Brandon Pool number 44 Xfinity racer in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Here's Frankie Kerr at the East Windsor Speedway in the K54 Gremlin. Southern Tier racer George Watson, one sharp-looking modified here, the number 5 Coupe Gold and Black, heading through turn number 2 at the Reading Fairgrounds. George was a campaigner at the Reading Fairgrounds on numerous occasions, mostly at the beginning of the season, at the end of the season, but George had kept his career in the Southern Tier New York area, running at Penn Can, 5 Mile Point, and Makatech. Still campaigning to this day, I believe, in a Legends car. George Watson, car number 5, seen here at the Reading Fairgrounds. Hempstead, Maryland's Don Riley in the Pee Wee Pawlitz number 36. Riley had a top finish of 3rd at the Reading Fairgrounds. Car seen here is Pontiac powered with a Firebird body. It was sponsored by the Pontiac dealers down in the Maryland area. Don Riley heading through turns number 3 and 4 in the Firebird bodied Pontiac powered fuel injected 36 modified. Fred Domchowski in his famous number 303 modified. This is the Pinto body modified, heading down into turn number 1 at the Flemington Speedway. Fred was a multi-time winner in the area, had 29 feature wins, I believe, at the East Windsor Speedway. Regular campaigner at Flemington, but I do not believe he had any feature wins at Flemington. But the 303 was one of the famous cars in the tri-state racing scene with Fred Domchowski behind the wheel. Here he is in the Pinto-bodied 303, again heading into turn number 1 at the Flemington Speedway. Mike Garback, seen here in the hot pink and yellow number 7 at the 3/4 mile track at Pocono International Raceway. Mike was basically a dirt driver, but took the asphalt on occasion. He had a couple wins at the Nazareth Speedway, a 10-time feature winner at Flemington Speedway, a 10-time feature winner at East Windsor Speedway. Garback, seen here in the number 7, heading into turn number 4 at the Pocono Short Track, the 3/4 mile infield speedway at Pocono. The car that basically revolutionized modified racing, 1980 Super Dirt Week. Gary Blue in the 112, Sammy Beavers in the 73. That was the front row for the 1980 Super Dirt Week race. Gary Blue taking the win. Sammy Beavers, who started outside the front row, could not get things working to his liking, ended up finishing 44th. But that was a day many people say changed the course of modified racing as far as car designs, bodies, and racing itself. 1980, Super Dirt Week front row, Gary Blue in the 112, Sammy Beavers in the 73. Some brothers dueling it out in turn 2 at the Reading Fairgrounds. On the inside in the Blair number 3, Wayne Rudiman. Wayne was a 16-time winner at the Orange County Fair Speedway. Also had 4 Nazareth wins. And his brother on the outside, Buzzy Rudiman, who is still racing to this day, I believe in his mid-80s down in Florida. Buzzy, an 11-time winner at the Reading Fairgrounds. Also 2-time Super Dirt Week champion up at the New York State Fairgrounds. And he has 30 wins at the Orange County Fair Speedway. Also was one of the big winners at Nazareth. Wayne Rudiman in the 3 on the inside, Buzzy Rudiman in the 00 on the outside. Turn 2, Reading Fairgrounds. Many race fans remember this driver driving a number 6, but he decided to put an X on the car. This is Jackie Hamilton, seen here prior to the racing action at the Reading Fairgrounds during one night. Jackie was a 3-time winner at the Flemington Fair, 7-time winner I believe it is, at the Flemington Fair Speedway. Had many top finishes at the Reading Fairgrounds. Always willing to help out fellow competitors in the pit area, and always well known for driver of the car number 6. That's Jackie Hamilton, seen here in the X Coupe at the Reading Fairgrounds. And my final picture might probably be the most famous picture I've ever taken in my racing photo career. 5 wide at the Reading Fairgrounds. This was not during the green flag. Actually, they were racing 3 and 4 wide coming down the front straightaway. Yellow came out. Heading into turn number 1, Kenny Brightbill decided to make it a 5 wide. I couldn't pass up taking up this picture, though. That's Dick Tobias on the inside, Gerald Chamberlain second, Jimmy Horton in the 3 in the middle, Dave Kelly, the hot shoe, in the 17, the 4th car from the bottom. And on the outside, Mr. Slingshot, or Mr. Outside as he was known, Kenny Brightbill. So we have Tobias, Chamberlain, Horton, Kelly, and Brightbill. 5 wide shot at the Reading Fairgrounds. That concludes my part 4 of the Racing Photo Memory Makers. I hope you were enjoying it. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a message. It goes a long way keeping this on the YouTube air. Again, thank you very much. I hope everybody has a great day.